I wanted to say a few words about Brachyplatystoma vaillantii. It doesn't have a well-known common name except vaillantii catfish. It's got a few vernacular names, Lao or whatever else in South America where it occurs. But anyhow, this specimen we've had since 2017. Came to us we bought it from Wesley Wong of Rare Fish, Los Angeles, California. This is a wild caught fish from Suriname, and it came to us at about I want to say 10 inches or so, maybe a foot. It was already sizable. So we've had it 5 years plus. It was probably at least a year old, if not more. So we'll call it a 6-year-old fish. Currently it's about 2.5 feet tip to tip. It's from the same genus of Brachyplatystoma where tigrinous catfish or tig is from, Jurians or Jur, Piraiba, Dorado, 1747 catfish. They're all from the same genus of Brachyplatystoma. And in the wild they're claimed to grow to 4-5 feet, even bigger. And they're also one of the major fish for local fishermen, commercial fishermen. Catch a lot of them and sell them for food. It's done very well. It grew up in 240-gallon tank. Stood its ground very much, and usually was not exhibiting any symptoms of it being attacked by the tank mates, even though it lived with many other fish, including some tigs and Jurians and the 747, the Brachyplatystoma platinum, flat whiskers. But when it got transferred into this 4,500-gallon tank about 4 years ago, I'd say, we had a lot of problem here with aggressive tank mates, and it fought a lot with other tank mates, and that ruined its beautiful dorsal fin, of which only remnants now remain. Never grew back. After many occurrences of damage, it never grew back to where it's nice, tall, beautiful dorsal fin as on other Brachyplatystoma. I think if I caught it and cut it just right, it might grow back, but I don't want to torture the fish just trying to make it happen or to make it look better again. I think it's a male because I don't think it grew much in the last 3 years. Maybe an inch or two in the last 3 years, maybe 3. An inch a year, it's pretty much, fish is slowing down and it's not going to grow pretty soon anymore at all, if you don't count like an inch in 2-3 years as a growth. So I think it's a male based on the size. I was expecting bigger growth, given that it's a 5-6 foot fish. In the wild. It came to us with that little peculiar protrusion on the upper jaw, right on the snout. I didn't know what to make of it. Wes was kind enough to offer to replace it, but I said whatever, we'll keep it, it's okay. It's a very avid feeder. It's quite active at feeding times. You can tell it from its complexion. It's pretty solid, pretty round, I would even say. It always grabs its fill for sure, every feeding. Haven't noticed it bother anybody in the current tank, with the current tank mates. As you can see, it swims freely with the Piraiba, both of them. Neither one is bothering each other, not that I noticed anyway. But still, once in a while, it bears some evidence of mild abrasion from bites from other catfish. I don't know if it's Piraiba or there aren't many biting catfish in here left except Piraiba, the sailfin, marbled catfish, Leiarius pictus, and the marbled catfish, Leiarius marmoratus. There is of course also the channel catfish in the back, but those are the only few that could give the vaillantii some grief and bite it every now and then. Again, nothing significant. I don't know how well you can see it, but even right now you can see some remnants of scrapes that have a shape of a mouth or a jaw of another catfish. It still happens. But all in all, I would say its existence is pretty peaceful in this tank. It's got beautiful extensions on both lobes of the caudal fin, or of the tail, in other words. And they're long, and as you can see, this is the only fish in this genus that has these extensions in our possession. Tigs should have it, Piraiba should have it, Dorado should have them, but they don't, because they get beaten off by the tank mates. Apparently vaillantii is assertive enough to ward off the attempts by the tank mates to bite off its nice extensions. If the dorsal was intact, it would also have a beautiful extension on it, a long filament that's like a foot or foot and a half long or more, or longer. So that's pretty remarkable in a tank with such diverse and semi-aggressive tank mates, that it still has these extensions and pretty much always had them. Here it is, showing it for you. So pretty easy, non-demanding fish to keep. Nothing really flashy. Half and half. Dusk dark top. Gray-white bottom, some iridescence in the fins and in the skin as usual. But beyond that, it's not a flashy fish, and it's an acquired taste, I guess. Again, this is one and only we ever had. So I cannot generalize or offer even anything more than what we know based on this one specimen. If we kept the brighter lights longer, it would probably have better colors, but that would go for any fish. And if it was in the sunlight, that would probably be even better. But it is what it is for now. They're not kept, I mean, they're kept quite rarely. You barely ever see them in the hobby. Again, because I guess they're not flashy, nothing like Jurians or Tigrinus or even Piraiba or Dorado. They all look better or grow bigger, such as Piraiba. So they're subdued, humble fish in that regard, right? We call it affectionately Valik, vaillantii. We shorten it for Valik.